We're actually based down in Metro Detroit, and with me I have Laurel Zimmerman. She's the mother of a 16-year-old who was killed by a distracted driver, and she'll be talking to you later on in the presentation. Again, I want to thank Chippewa Hills High School for having us here today. Also want to thank the Mecosta County Sheriff's Office. It's always a pleasure to come back up to Mecosta County because years ago I graduated from Ferris State University, so big fan of the Bulldogs and this whole area. So my first question is, where do you think traffic crashes rank as a cause of death for teens and young adults? Okay, so number 3, number 34, number 6. Anyone on this side? Number 2? We'll take one more. Number 1's correct. Actually, traffic crashes are the leading cause of death for ages 15 through 20. And actually, that number has gone down. It was, I believe, 15 through 34 a few years ago, so we are making some improvement there. In fact, to kind of put it into perspective, everyone remembers when 9/11 happened. You saw the planes running into the World Trade Center. Everybody was panicked over that. They were afraid to fly. But every day, statistically in the United States, we lose nearly the equivalent of a fully loaded Boeing 737 passenger jet due to traffic crashes. So you think about that, every day we're losing almost the equivalent of an aircraft due to people dying in motor vehicle crashes here in the United States. So again, this is a huge problem that we need to address, and that's why, again, we're doing things such as these educational programs. Obviously, law enforcement helps out from the enforcement aspect, which is also education, and then doing effective traffic engineering. I'm just going to show you a few crashes here. This one obviously happened in Michigan on the freeway. You can see the state police there. I'm blocking the view here. I'll kind of move out of the way. And again, when you look at these crashes, these were all situations. They were a variety of different causes, but these were situations where life changed in a second. Families and friendships were torn apart. That one actually happened down in Metro Detroit. Well, some troopers were on a traffic stop. I'm going to show you this video, and again, this is a perfect example of how quickly things can change. It's actually going to show up one more time. Next, we're going to talk about alcohol. So according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which is a branch of the U.S. Department of Transportation, alcohol and drugs combined with driving each year cause approximately 16,000 people to be killed, more than 300,000 people to be injured, and more than 1.5 million people to be arrested. So again, this is a huge problem. So they left, and I just found this out recently, which really kind of was tragic, is I guess some of the friends were fighting. They didn't want to ride with one friend, one male driver, and so Ally, being the nice person she was, said, you know what, I'll ride with him, because she felt bad and didn't want him to ride by himself. And so she got in that vehicle, and I think it was about a mile down the road. They were traveling on Romeo Plank southbound, and they got to the intersection of 32 Mile and Romeo Plank, and they had the green light. They were proceeding through, and a 16-year-old driver was distracted, and she had a bunch of 15 and 16-year-olds in the vehicle as well. They ran a red light and hit right where Ally was sitting in that vehicle. And immediately, she was in critical condition. They extracted her from the vehicle. She was put on life support. She was in the hospital several days, and on January, this happened December 28th of 2010. On January 5th of 2011, she died as a result of that crash. And, you know, I've been to a lot of funerals, unfortunately, and when you go to a young person, such as a 16-year-old, and I'm sure Darcy can talk about that as well. I mean, it's very tragic when you see a young life like that sitting in a coffin, something that didn't need to happen, something that could have been prevented. And to see what her friends went through, her family, and what they're still going through to this day, and I mean, this was already a couple years ago. I mean, it's tragic, and again, that's why we're here today. So yeah, this is part of a campaign we put together, just in an effort to try to educate people about distracted driving, and hopefully they'll make the right choices.
Hi, I'm Ally's mom, Laurel. Hi. I'm not a paid speaker, and I never have anything pre-written or anything, and I just talk from the heart. I'm going to pass, this was one of the last papers Ally wrote, and she spoke to me after she passed. And it was about being the power of one. So I'm going to pass it around so you can see the different pictures of her, and if you could relate it to yourself and your friends, you'll see she was wonderful and she would be your friend. And that was her words, to be that one that will change the lives. Ally was 16 years and 8 months. She was incredible, so much smarter than me. And I was a single mom, I'm an ER nurse, and I have a son and a daughter. It was us three. And her brother had graduated and just got a job, and we just said, it's all about you, honey. And my best part of my life has always been what my children are. And many of you will have that privilege someday of having your own, and you'll know deep inside how incredible a feeling it is to know unconditional love. I would do anything, go to any amounts for the love that you feel for your children. Her friends were incredible, great people. They're pretty much all messed up now. They witnessed the accident. I wouldn't let her drive because I wanted to give her one more year. I'm an emergency room nurse. And I see so many times. And it's 16-year-olds over and over again. And nothing that I'm down, because she was amazing. She could have drove. She was always smart. But I wanted that one extra year. Growing up, I was scared about, you probably know, stranger danger. Your parents would always say. She goes, I know, Mom, wherever you are, you would find me no matter what. And then it would be, I'll be the ninja, Mom, and I'll find them. And you want to say, you know, the reality is if someone takes you, it's not from that little brain that's thinking your mom can save you from anything. It is very real. And when you're gone, you're gone. And if you could not talk to your very best friend as you leave this building, you never could talk to him again. That's what happened. When Ally was in the accident, I couldn't even believe that it was another 16-year-old. I can't even get mad. I mean, I feel for that girl. I feel for that family. She flew through a red light. She T-boned my daughter. The only one that was injured was my daughter, who was trying to help another friend. It was crazy. And then who suffers? Everyone that loved her. You say, oh, it's 1 year, 2 years. It's not. Time stops. It is yesterday. It is 1 second ago. It is now. How many birthdays do I have without her? It is how do I hang a Christmas tree when the last time she hung the Christmas tree ornament with me? This is so real and powerful because you can be gone in a second. I hope you understand that I'm speaking from my heart. None of this is just what do you do and what's due to still give the love that I have for her. And I want to give it to others. And I want to say that you mean so much to so many people that you don't even realize. And you can make such an incredible difference in this world. The accident is one. There's a short video. It's my favorite one. You can download that. It's only, but it shows my Ally alive. In the last song, she sung in Toronto, a part of the commercial. Please see my Ally. And I thank you for having an incredible life. And thank you for sharing how you had with me today.